Let's talk about how to go for the gold to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and our idiom or expression today is go for the gold. Sometimes it's go for gold. They just take out the. Not that it changes the meaning of the idiom much, but it reminds us that we're always shooting for the highest possible goal that we want to achieve, the thing that we want to create in the world, especially as we're building and growing and supersizing our businesses. What is our vision of what we want to create in the world? What is the big thing that we're trying to pursue or attempt to achieve as we're growing and building and supersizing our business? What is the possible outcome that we want for each of the different little steps along the way, as well as the overarching reason and thing that we're trying to create? I hope I'm being clear on this. This is another one of those idioms I'm starting to feel like a broken record about, that there isn't a clear origin of it. I suspect that, of course, since the time of the Olympics, when athletes were competing for gold medals, silver medals, bronze medals, gold being a medal of a different color, it stands out. It's always attracted people's attention, right? I mean, think of all the ancient civilizations that coveted and had gold. I think my son-in-law and I have watched too many documentaries on ancient things where gold is one of the highlights of, think the lost city of gold, things like that. There's lots of people searching for treasure and gold treasure. And when we're building and growing our business, we are also looking for gold, right? Gold in terms of our business being successful. How do we go about doing that? So I think that going for gold, going for the highest level of something, the highest of anything, means that we're going to experience competition. So I researched what are some ways to deal with the competition. And the internet is such a wealth of information. I mean, I think back early in my career in business building, we had none of these tools available. If we wanted to know something, we had to go to the library. Remember the library? We would go there, we'd look around. Back before computers, they had, the card catalogs. I think it's a lost art. Now, I know they still have them in libraries nowadays, to the Dewey Decimal System and things, but vast majority of people will never experience it in their life because kids don't go to libraries anymore. People don't really go to the library anymore. I mean, I do with my granddaughter for reading time because I think it's fun for the kids to get together, but for the most part, it's a lost art. So we can look something up on the internet, and I said, okay, internet, how do we handle the competition? How do we handle a competitive situation? And of course, got all kinds of lists and answers and different ways to deal with the competition. Now, it depends if you're dealing with competition in your personal life, in your professional life. If you're in a corporate environment, you might deal with it differently than you do when you're building and growing your own business. So I will take the perspective of, and I'm just going to share one little quick list, and all of these things I've actually done before. Why? Because I think it's important to know your competition whenever you're doing anything in business. So what are 7 quick tips of how you can deal with the competition? Number 1, know your customers, right? Know what their pain points are and provide solutions to that. The person that knows their customer better than anybody else in the market has a distinct competitive advantage because they know how to speak to their customer. They know how to serve them. They know how to solve problems and create raving fans and lunatics for your products and services. Number 2, understand your competition. Know what's out there. Know what and who is considered competition to your business. Not who you consider competition, but who your potential ideal customers consider competition. Who are they looking at and looking to for solutions to their problems besides you? Number 3, highlight and know what the differences are between you and your competition. What do they actually do better than you do? And is that something that you need to improve on in your organization? Or is it something that you can just let go because you don't think it's important to the people that you want to attract? Highlight what makes you different, what makes you unique, what makes your business special, and how are you going to serve the people that you serve better than anybody else can. Number 4, clarify your message. Be clear and specific in your messaging, specific for the people you want to work with. Many of us, if not all of us, have had experience working with the people that are great people, but they're not great people for us or for our business. I share the story often about having to let go of and literally fire our biggest customer in one of my manufacturing businesses, and they represented literally 80% of our gross sales. And to let them go, it took me a year. I could have fib. It took me a long time to wrap my head around what we were going to do and how we were going to get rid of that customer and then replace that business. But once I made the decision, it was just a matter of time, planning and putting the pieces of the puzzle in place before we let them go. Because we have to do that. It's very, very painful, not only to you, but to your organization. It can actually kill your organization if you choose to only serve people that aren't right for you. Number 5, explore strategic partnerships and opportunities. I think we talked about this maybe just yesterday even, the power of collaborations. Some of the biggest corporations in the world are the biggest corporations in the world because they do collaborations with not competitors, but with people that they can be compatible with. Sometimes even competitors join forces to provide products and services that they couldn't do on their own. Number 5, keep innovating, changing, and being current and relevant. Keep up with the times. And number 7, take care of your people. Look after your team. Take care of your business. Mind your own business more than you mind what the competition is doing. If you are, and I say that the absolute best competitive advantage is just to be yourself and build on your own strengths as an individual as well as a business. So that's our idiom today. Those are my tips about how to deal with competition. Of course, there's a whole bunch more tips out there of how to do that and specific strategies of how to do that. But I'd be talking way too long if I got into all of those. So if I can help you anyway, though, if you've got a question about that, just hit me up and ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how much you use it in your business, like going for gold or going for the gold, being the go-to person in your industry. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, see you tomorrow.